Wait, it'll say there. There we go. Okay, we are live at the studio. So hopefully we'll have some people join us. If not, you can watch the replay. So we had so much amazing feedback from Monday. I still am kind of in awe. We had over 150 people join this group in less than 36 hours, which is like, I'm really just privileged, and the amount of love that people have shown me and been texting me and how great the video was. We had so many people come in to buy makeup yesterday and today, just inspired by the video, by everything. So I will definitely be doing these, and I will get better at them, and I won't be as nervous, even though I'm still freaking nervous today, and I'm even in my own studio and all of that. But I'll get better at them, and I'm also going to have the live links to the website so you can purchase the product, and I'm gonna lay it all out for you. So I know that it was like an hour long on Monday, and you had to kind of sift through me working off of my travel kit, so you really didn't see what I was using. So I'm gonna lay it all out for you over here. This is a product set, everything that I used on that video on Monday. So, and the brushes as well, so that we're going to go through, and I'm actually, Stephanie is filming, so everybody can wave to Stephanie too and say hi. And Stephanie's filming, so I'm not trying to hold the camera and sit down on the floor and try to do my own makeup in the camera today. Instead, we're going to have a lovely model, Rachel. So this just happened to be a coincidence today because Rachel is kind of my muse. So I have a few clients who every time they show up, they're into playing with makeup. And as you all know, I'm a makeup artist first. I do brows second. I just happen to be, really great at brows, but makeup is my first and foremost passion, and especially teaching women how to do it so they love what they see when they look in the mirror. So that's what I love to do and I'm passionate about. So every time Rachel comes in, the stars line up, and I get to play on this lovely face right here. So I come up with all these ideas. In fact, what a lot of you don't know, and if you ask me, I think about all the makeup I would put on you. So when I'm looking at you in my chair, I'm like, oh my God, that hazel color would be so beautiful, and this would be amazing. And if you give me the time and you say, hey, I want to play, I can probably invent looks for you that you be in an infinity of looks, because that's what I love to do and I'm passionate about. So Rachel is one of these people who shows up and goes, let's play today. And I'm always like, yeah, let's do it. And she has been just gracious enough today where she came in a ponytail, and Jasmine Glory blew out her hair. So she's going to let me post her before picture, which is really generous because she is an authentic beauty, and she's so freaking beautiful that I really think those of us who own our beauty, and this is for all of us, like, I don't have a stitch of makeup on today. Today is Wednesdays. It's also Wine Wednesday, so rosé all day. I'll be hitting you up about wine later. But I have Pilates at 7:30 in the morning. So I roll out of bed. I barely get my face washed and hydrated with my rosehip oil. And then I get to my session with Leslie at Body Awareness. And I am here by 8:30 in the morning, do some work, and I tell everybody who walks in the store on Wednesday that this is how I'm gonna look today. So on Wednesdays, when you come into the studio, pretty much no makeup like you saw me in the picture when I started on Monday. So Rachel's look that she wears every day just happens to be the look that I did on Monday. So I said, Rach, would you be willing to let me put this look on you and do it in 5 minutes and be able to show everybody what the technique is actually like, instead of you all watching me in the video, but letting me apply it on Rachel. So it literally, this should take me, 5 to 10 minutes to do. I'm just gonna kind of talk through it quickly like I'd be teaching you as if you were in the studio. And you can also come and have lessons in the studio. So I don't know if you all know that, but all the girls here, everybody I hire is to be a makeup artist first and foremost. We do brows second. So all of us give lessons on how to update your makeup, on how we can sit down with you and take an hour and update everything, teach you new techniques, make sure you're using the proper brushes, make sure you have the right colors, and that you glow and you look beautiful. So without a whole lot of effort. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do today, and just wanted to give that little announcement, and you can just reach out to us at Authentic Beauty and set yourself up with a makeup lesson, and you too can learn how to do this in 5 minutes. Okay, all right, lovely Rachel. So here also, Stephanie, you can just show this is actually in her bag. So she legit already owns her Eclipse, her pencil, the concealer, the 3-in-1, and the bronze. So what's not in here is a dual, or the Satin Glow. What's not in here is the dual bronzer and some blush and the eyeshadow. But that's okay, because she's gonna get the second level. She has the level that's like, put it on and go. And so now we're gonna just spice it up a little bit. Okay, so she is already prepped. She has her skincare on, so her skin is nice and glowy and smooth. And the first thing that I'm going to do, because I have done this look on her before, is we're gonna put some concealer on first. This not be the exact way that I did it on myself on the first video, but again, it doesn't really, it's what you're comfortable with. So first thing we're gonna do is conceal, and I'm going to warm up the product so we don't have a ton of concealer. Usually when you do it, just, usually people will take it from the wand, just draw it on their eye and then blend it in, but since I'm going to be all specific, we're just going to go under here. Just a little bit. And she's going to smile a little bit for me so we can make sure that none of it ends up on her lens. And I'm going to switch hand and use my left hand for this because there's a camera. It's a good thing I'm slightly ambidextrous. And we're just going to pat gently and push it into the skin. Okay. Next, I'm going to tightline. And I'm going to have her lean back. Tightline is always hard to do on somebody else. It's way easier to do this on yourself than it is to do it on someone else. So, except when you're blind like I was in the video, trying to see my own damn lash line and thinking I was drawing all over. So you can see all I'm going is right here. And sometimes when I'm doing this lesson, I'll just have you do this so you can see how easy. But you can also see now where, oh, you're good.
Yep.
Got it. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Your lashes look beautiful. Okay, look down. So you're going in the area between the lashes and the waterline. And this just defines the eyes. If you remember, the whole purpose for doing this is to not look like you've had a liner dragged across the top of your eye. It just defines your lashes, and this was definitely taught to me by Mr. Mateen, who's my inspiration, who taught me how to tightline. Okay, so next is we're gonna use the brow highlighter under here. And we're just gonna put that on, and we're gonna use the finger, and we're just gonna pat it in. And the purpose for this is to make that eye area look smooth and bright and to create the illusion of lift, because light equals lift. And that's one of the main reasons why you want to do the brows, is to create that lift. So interesting, our Best Self magazine, which we'll show you at some point, Rachel is our brow model for brow lamination and got chosen by the Best Self editors, and Stephanie did her lamination and I tweezed her brows, and it got chosen to be in Best Self. And so she had a really great result, and when we show the before picture in the magazine, you'll see just how amazing of a result she had on her brows. And she's been in brow rehab for a couple of years now and had no brows when she came in here, so it's pretty amazing. Okay, so that's just the brow highlighter. You can already see how that's blended itself out. And now I'm going to use a little bit of the clear shine powder. So if you remember, I chose to use a clear shine powder in the video because it has just straight up silica, and we want this to look like skin. We do not want this to look like she's had a bunch of stuff all over her face. And I'm doing her eyes before we do the rest of her foundation. So we are right here and just
why would you do that before foundation? I think that's a
reason is that if we're gonna spit any eyeshadow down the face, then you're gonna have to redo it and do a lot more smoothing. So if you can just kind of do this on the fly, we're good. You know, I forgot to put the lipstick out. That's why. That's what I was missing. Okay, because I'm gonna do lipstick. I'm gonna do lipstick next. So okay, and then we're gonna take the Eclipse shadow.
This is my favorite.
So I got some bad news for y'all. So we bought out our manufacturer all of this product because it was coming to an end from the manufacturer. They weren't making it anymore to where we could buy it in small quantities. We just found out that because you all fell in love with this so much that we have only a handful left in stock. So in order to make it, we have to order 3,000 of one color. I know that those of you who are watching this, that this is your favorite thing. The Eclipse is your favorite. It's my personal favorite, Rachel's personal favorite. So we have to order in a quantity of 3,000. So in the next week, I'm going to be reaching out to all of you who love it. And if you want to be on the list, make sure you give me a comment below to tell me that you're interested, because we're going to have to pre-order it. You're going to have to pre-order 2 of them in order to make it, because 3,000 for a small business owner is a lot of product. It's a lot. So if you're interested, let me know. So we're going to do the liquid shimmer on the lid, and you're going to see it's going to go on kind of wet. And then, oops, and I got a little bit on our lashes there, and that's okay. That's part of the deal. Is when you do this yourself. It's how to clean it up. So I'm going to grab a Q-tip. And you always use a Q-tip when you're cleaning up wet stuff. So, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to get a Q-tip. And you can see it doesn't have to be perfect when you put it on. All right. Rach, look up for me just a sec. Good. Look down. She's just going to have nice gold shimmery lashes. Kind of cool, actually. Have you ever done that? This is how we learn stuff. This is how we learn stuff, is you go, ooh, we never thought to put liquid shimmer on somebody's lashes before. And look at how cool that turned out. Okay. So then we're going to blend it in. And if you remember, size of the brush works the size of the space. So this brush right here is the Chisel Deluxe Fluff Brush, which happens to fit the exact size of her lid. And now I'm just blending it down. And then I'm going to use the Cosmic Latte eyeshadow. And if you remember, we're going to load the brush, and I'm going to use the working towel, and I'm going to put the brush in the shadow 3 times. And I'm going to tap to make sure there's nothing extra. And we're going to push it onto this lid. And we're going to do it the same for both sides. Okay, so we're going to do it again. And now I'm going to use the blending brush, so you can see I'm doing kind of windshield wiper moves, and we're not going in this direction where the shadow is going to end up down her face. We're really working and going and covering that lid. Okay, open Rachel so you can see how lovely and shiny that is. So that's just tight lining, 1 eyeshadow, brow highlighter, and clear shine. That's it. We haven't filled in our brows yet. We haven't put any foundation on, and no mascara. So you can see already how that looks. Okay, so now I am going to use some foundation. And we're going to use the Ivory in the 3-in-1. And this is a half-size pan. I showed you guys the full size. For our purposes of the studio and for our hygiene, we are going to scrape it from the container. And we're going to use a complexion brush. This is the brush that was not in my kit. This is the one we recommend for the light to medium application for the 3-in-1. And again, I'm going to have an entire section, live session just on how to use this 3-in-1, because there's so much confusion and people go, oh my God, it's really this simple, y'all. This is why I made this, is because now we're going to minimize all the redness that's in her skin. And you can see just how amazing this is.
Magic.
Right? It's magic. That's why it truly is, right? That's why the nickname is the Magic Foundation. Because that's all that I did. Perfect. Voila. Okay, now we're gonna buff. So we talked a lot about buffing. This is the buff brush that I particularly love. This is a new one. This is our Balm 141. It's a Royal and Lane Nickel. It's stiff and it's flat top. And all I'm doing, I don't have any powder on this brush. I'm just buffing it down. And I'm gonna use a tiny bit of that clear shine powder, which is what we used under the brow, just to kind of set it, take a little bit of that shine off, because she does have a little bit of some oilier skin. So we're just gonna blend it down. Okay, so next we're gonna use a little bit of this brow fiber. Now, one of the things I taught Rachel is that sometimes when you use this woolly brush out of here, it's too much product. And in Rachel's case, she has really curly eyebrows, so it's very difficult to use this wand and to have even distribution of the color throughout her brow. So sometimes it doesn't occur to people to not use the applicator that the product comes with. It's like kind of like, oh, well, wait, you know, it's kind of like if you buy clothing in a set, you can use the set with other things. So similar kind of concept. So we're gonna use this mini brow brush, which is stiff hair and synthetic hair. It's like a $7 brush, and it creates the illusion of coarse hair. So the brow fiber, you can see, actually has little fibers on it, so it's gonna just kind of pick up in her spots. And, oh, we need to put some primer down. Sorry, I have to do one step before. This is the brow primer, which has to happen. She had a little bit on before because I did her brows. But this, you can see, helps to hold her brows into place. And it's really important. This is probably the most important thing that I can recommend to you right here for your brows. And you can see, especially with her brows, how that just holds it into place and separates that hair. And it's gonna allow me to fill that in a whole lot better. So once it's on, and you can see it's white in the tube, it dries clear even without me having to blend her through. But now I'm just gonna blend her through and comb it. And now I'm ready to fiber her up. And she's just growing like a weed, which is great. All right, so now we go back to the brush. And keep your eyes open for me so I can see. And we're just gonna go through where her little inconsistencies are in her brow. And just fill in gently. Now, the lighter the touch, the lighter the application. The biggest mistake I see with brow products is people have a heavy hand. If you push hard, it's gonna come out hard. So look and see how lovely that is, and we're gonna just brush it through again. There we go. Voila. Okay, look back towards me. And turn a little bit off. Good. I'm just gonna go through. And you can see how this product just picks up those baby fine hairs that were growing in. And she's about ready to be laminated again. This is like 8 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So she's about due for another lamination. Because what the lamination does is it puts all those brow hairs going in one direction, and you can start to see her natural curl pattern wants to kind of stick out again. And we're going to show you the magazine picture of her before and after before, so she's definitely ready for another session. Okay, so there her brows are in, and her face is on. She is blended down, and now we're going to use a little satin glow. And she already owns this. And how much do you love this product?
The best.
And this is
Do
just
not leave the house without it.
It's just going to kind of give her, you know, we're in our palest moments right now since we haven't seen any sunshine in Georgia in months now. I think we probably have less days of sunshine than Seattle. But you can see how that just kind of gave her a beautiful, healthy wash of color. And then we're going to use a little bit of this dual bronzer. And I'm going to use our blush brush, and I'm going to kind of use just a mixture of these two, and I'm saturating the brush again. We're going to go in it 3 times, so it's fully saturated. I'm going to tap it off, and you're going to make a little fish face for me. There you go. And she can see her beautiful cheekbones. A light hand in sweeping motions with that brush, people. No stabbing. Sweeping. Sweeping transfers the color properly. Okay, and we're gonna 3 times again. Tap it off. Fish face. All right, and then we're gonna buff again. So between each step, you use this buff brush. And I had the question before as if you buff, does it take off the product? No, it does not. It sets it. If you need to add more, you can add more. But in our case, we just want a touch of this color. Now we're going to use the Illuminizer number 2 in the gold. This is my favorite. Okay, and we're just going to go right up here. Right there. And then we're gonna go right here. All right, and then we're gonna blend. And then I'm gonna put a tiny bit of blush on. So if you remember, I talked about how you just need a teeny bit of blush to pop so that you don't look so monochromatic. So we're gonna use this Nectar, which is like the equivalent to NARS Orgasm. And I'm just gonna do a little bit. And we're just gonna hit the apple of the cheek. And really, you know, with this look, you can pick any lip color you want. If you can't tell, this is so neutral that we could use a soft gold. We could use a coral with this. We could use a straight up neutral. We could use red. We could do anything you want. So I'm gonna let Rachel tell me what family of colors she would like to wear today, and I'm going to just pick it out. What do you think?
I usually like to wear a little bit of a light pink.
Okay, good. A light
color.
pink. A light pink will be quite lovely on you today. So how about we'll use Live It Up, which Live It Up is
beautiful.
Okay. So Live It Up is a light pink with some gold.
Love that.
So instead of it just being like a straight up light pink, this has a little splash of gold to it. So, and then right here, and then we're gonna add just a little mascara, and then we are done. Rub together, just a little bit, good. Okay. Okay, rub together, and then we're just gonna add some mascara, and we are done with this look. So the last thing that I just wanted to say is I am gonna have a face chart with all of these products, and I'm gonna go through it and do a voiceover one more time, and be able to, thank you, Stephanie. She has to go to work now, and so do I. His lovely Julie's about to get her brows done. But I'm going to write all this down on a face chart and give you links just in a little bit later on this afternoon to go to the online store and be able to purchase. Again, we only have a handful of those liquid shimmers left. So Cosmic Latte and using some of the eyeshadow base will also work as well. And I will work as quickly as I can to get the Eclipse to you. Okay, look at me. Beautiful. Okay, what do you think? What do you think, everybody? Okay, so I'm going to hand her a mirror so she can see how she looks. Okay, there.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, so there we have it. And so this is Rachel, and this is just a healthy
love
glow.
this highlighting.
What should we name it? What should we name this look?
I mean, healthy glow, or just, you know, your everyday, which is
And
so
it is your
simple,
everyday.
but I mean,
It
it's
is
like
your-
an elevated everyday.
So this
Yes.
is how you bump it up to make it, if we talk about a level 1, level 2, like this just brought the whole look together and just brought it. So did you learn a couple things while I was doing this today?
I did.
too?
Absolutely. I always learn things from you.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you for being our model. We're
Thank
gonna
you.
sign off. Were there any questions? Did anybody write any questions? Was anybody watching? Okay. What do we got for questions?
No questions.
Anybody got any questions before I go? You can put your questions if you watch this and you have questions. put them in the comments below and I'll answer them later on today. And then I will put the link to Authentic Beauty Cosmetics, which that's what it is. You can go and preview, but I'm going to have the exact product list of what we used and what I showed you out there, so that it'll make it really easy for you to understand what I used. And then I'm going to just, over the next couple weeks, I'm going to take this look and I'm going to do a bronze version of it, I'm going to do a gray version of it, and I'm going to do a smoky taupey version of it, so that you can see the simplicity. It'll be basically the same application technique, just using different colors to make this really, really simple. So again, thanks for your attention today, and thanks for your attention and all your support. You guys have just been amazing. I'm getting a little bit more confident as we go along. And welcome to the studio, for those of you who haven't seen the studio. So I have to go tweeze brows now, so I look forward to hearing your comments. Thanks.